Talk to a lawyer. Talk to a girl. Have you seen what she's done?
Yes.
Yeah.
She just looked like a scumbag, but
She's an idiot.
you know why? Because this is it,
go,
boys.
baby.
We return.
For 2 hours again.
Yeah.
No, none of this 40-minute bullshit.
I don't like the short episode, man. It hurt my heart.
It is what it is, man.
We like getting together. We like having a yarn. So apologies for last week. This fucking machine here next to me turned off while we were recording. I think I may have accidentally kicked the buckle or something that connects the two things, which is kind of impossible in theory because it's like literally clicked in. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It could also be a bit of machinery just heating up. We're in a literal warehouse sweating our nuts off and shit. So that could have been a possibility. And instead of the audio just stopping, it corrupted the whole card, which has never happened to me before. So I'm assuming that's not going to happen again now for a long time. We were overdue for a fuck up. It's been 2 years without a technical fucking difficulty.
I think this thing's finally had it after a while. It's bound to fuck up once, you know what I mean? So
It's over us fucking talking shit all the time. It's like, fuck these cats, it's tough. So we return. This is probably our second last episode of the year. So it's fucking, what a year, eh?
Yeah.
God damn.
Bro, it's crazy.
Whew, what a year. But let's fucking kick things off. Joey K, what's been happening? How are ya?
yeah, I've been good, man. I had my that gym Christmas party that I DJ'd.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Yeah.
It was the worst set I've ever done in my life. Hey, ready? It was almost like the equivalent of a comedian bombing. So
Really?
Not because people didn't enjoy it, right? But because they told me not to. Well, I told them that I'm not going to supply the speakers because it's already risky me borrowing Mikey's decks as it is. And I said, "Do they have speakers there?" They're like, "Yeah, they have house speakers there." And I'm like, "Mad." I get there. I'm setting up. They have two speakers only about that big in the room. Right? Hold up. And at each corner. And then they got the same speakers upstairs. So they're linked. And I go, okay. When I was doing sound check, no one was in there. Right.
Yeah.
And it was just me and like people setting up. And I've got it up, but I haven't got the volume up full ball. Right.
Yeah.
But I thought, that sounds pretty decent. Right. And downstairs, the middle bit, was inside where I was. And then upstairs was the rooftop. But you could hear it from both levels. Right. Then when people started coming in, bro, there ended up being 88 people at this fucking Christmas party, bro. So later, when the whole night I'm playing background music, and it's a good volume, right? But as you know, when you play a proper set, you got to turn it up.
Yeah, it's like cranking it,
Yeah. So it gets to about 9:20, 9:15. I go to the guy. I go, he was controlling it. If I was trying to turn it up, he'd control it
And turn it down.
and turn it down. And I go, come on, bro, let me turn it up. He goes, oh, okay, sweet. Anyway, gets to about 5 minutes out from my set. I go, hey, man, listen, we're going to have to turn this up a bit for this set. He goes, bro, we're like at max volume. And I'm like, what? I go, are you kidding? Bro, you can hear everyone over the music at this point.
No.
Right? And I'm like, no. He goes, oh, I'll go check. Anyway, I've got this thing timed to a T. So it hits 9:20. I go, I'm going to start my set, right? I start my set. Everyone's just having a chat still. Yeah. And I'm like, and no one's even facing me. Everyone's off in their little groups going, oh, yeah, drunk as. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then so I go, he comes back, he goes, sorry, bro, this is at max volume. I go, are you kidding? And he goes, yeah. I'm like,
He was lying.
yeah. And I'm like, whatever, man. And then so it got about 10 minutes into my 40-minute set, and Scotty Mead was with me. And I was just gutted, bro, because I went through all that effort of putting the set together, dragging the fucking... But first of all, getting it from Mikey, practicing for a whole week at home, and then getting it there, right? And then having to leave on the bus, getting it back.
Yeah.
And then Scotty's telling me, he's like, oh, it's all good, bro. And I'm like, bro, it's no point me even being up here. No one knows. And I'm mixing, I'm doing all the right things. But like no one even knows. Like people kind of get a glimpse of what song's on. Like, Senorita, I feel for... And then like... for you, and then they go, yes, and they start talking. Again. I'm like, bro, this is a set. You're supposed to be on. Everyone's supposed to be like, oh, what's this? Everyone's supposed to be dancing. And you know how in your head you fictionalize events that are going to happen in your life before they happen? This is anything, right? In my head, everyone's going,
DJing EDC.
and then about 10 minutes in, Scotty goes, yeah, I don't know if there's any point you being up here. So I went back to the aux and I put the aux back on, and I got out from behind the decks.
Yeah.
It was so annoying, bro.
That's a shame, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to save that set for a later
Another
occasion. occasion.
yeah.
Because it was a good set, man. I had some good remixes in there. If they heard it properly, I reckon it would have went off. But it was just annoying because I was like, and then not just that, but Tori was saying to me after as well, a lot of other people, they don't appreciate DJing like we appreciate DJing. Like our group, right? I thought they would be very appreciative.
No, it's an art form, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even get a shout out from like my mates that own the gym. No shout out, no thank you, no like nothing, bro.
Oh man, so you may as well just not taking the decks.
They could have just been on the aux the whole night,
Yeah,
which
that's
I
a shame,
basically
bro.
was.
My brother,
That sucks.
welcome to the world of DJing.
It's crazy, bro.
You wait till you get to a club and you're DJing to 3 people. You're gonna be like, fuck. But you still got to, like I said, you still got to go hard regardless, man. It sucks, but you got.
It's hard to go hard when when you're talking above the music.
No, the volume part would have actually, I would have just not bothered because
Same.
that's a bit like you need to have that cranked.
Yeah.
That's like rule
And
number one.
get this, the master volume, it was up full ball.
You're kidding.
And full ball, right? And he was like, sorry, bro, I'm at my max here on his controls.
No.
Yeah. And because they had 2 speakers that big hanging up on the walls. But I thought when they said they had house speakers, they had like,
Normal
Josh
speakers,
McCann
yeah,
and
yeah,
Mikey's
yeah.
speakers, the big JBLs. But it is what it is. They must just usually have little, cocktail functions.
They wouldn't
and
have
live music.
Yeah.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah, man. But it
by
is what it
fire,
is.
though,
I think I'm gonna. Sometimes I overextend myself in life when I don't need to, and I think that was one of those things. And Tori can attest to this, where I shouldn't have reached out and even offered. I don't think.
No.
Because they didn't appreciate it, and it is what it is, man. I know for next time. I know to keep that within synergy within our group.
Yes.
House parties, bro. I get more of a pop off the house parties. Doing it from house parties, like George's, my first set. I got more of a pop then to 15, 30 people than I did from 80 people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yep. That's why it's especially with that shit, bro. You have to always remember if you're gonna offer that shit, I know not everything's about like money or something in return, but you need to always think of the labor. Just lugging that shit around is worth $200 in my book.
Yeah.
Just lugging it around.
yeah, it's hard when it's one of your closest mates, and then
I get it.
Especially because I
Like-
seemed hell keen. Like I jumped at when he asked me, I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So then when I start going, "Hey mate, $200," he's probably like, "Well, you know." What I mean? So some people get weird.
Of course,
But like I said,
but-
they don't appreciate it. It's like
Yeah.
me saying, "Hey, $300 for 2 PowerPoints," and you're like, it's just a fucking little square plastic thing, right? You don't know what goes into it,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It wasn't
bro.
the right function for it.
No.
They weren't looking for that.
That's a
Like,
shame,
What
man.
about you, DZ?
Yeah.
How you been?
I'm really good, man. Really fucking good. I don't know what's in the air, man. The trading's been good. I've been
Yes.
bringing the cold showers
Woo!
back. I feel
Yes,
fucking
yeah, I had a
incredible,
cold
bro.
shower yesterday.
Bro, it changes your life, man.
Look at
And
this, Chip Jagger Mafia shirt.
last week you missed it, but we've had these kangaroos fucking around, fucking our Christmas lights up, shitting on our lawn. So I've put out some Wile E. Coyote traps out there. Put a net with some peanut butter on there. Put some leaves on it, so when they come and catch one of these motherfuckers. No, but there's kangaroos still shitting on our lawn, fucking up our Christmas lights. So I don't know what to do about that.
Are you trying to catch? Like, what's the goal here?
Well, it's a fucking kangaroo. I can't do nothing. You see some of these motherfuckers, bro. Oh, I forgot to tell you right the other day. This is like a couple of weeks ago now. The kangaroos were across the lawn. And I was with my daughter. We were going to the park. It's just there. And the kangaroo was standing there. And they're always standing there. We just walked past them. But it was the first time the kangaroo was sitting down. We were walking, and it goes,
Oh
and it
shit!
stood up like one of them big fucking jack cunts. And I was like, oh shit. Ooh.
Quick, grab the.
It was huge, dude, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
motherfuckers, and then he comes shitting our lawn and eating our fucking plants and shit. These motherfuckers, they got a vendetta against
What
us.
a funny cunt. So he knows what he's doing too. He's like, yeah, I'm
They
shitting.
need to have that. Remember in Thailand that time with the monkeys, they had a police force for the monkeys. They need a
Kangaroo,
police
yeah.
force for the roos, bro, out here.
Fucking oath.
No, it's actually, we can't have plants or nothing outside. They're fucking eating everything. They're
Yeah,
fucking-
wow.
But
Can you
yeah.
not leave them hay? So they only eat the hay.
Do they
Like,
eat hay?
Do they, I don't know what.
Yeah.
They just eat. Don't they eat
I thought they
fucking?
ate grass.
Don't they eat the little ice cream cones?
Here we go. Ready?
Little acorn thingies.
Ready? Here we go. Kangaroos.
Yeah, they eat grass.
Grass,
Leaves,
right?
ferns, flowers, fruit, moss, shrubs, trees, and plants.
They eat moss.
Leave it some moss.
No hay.
No,
They eat
no.
Yeah, I
moss
think that's,
and
that's
not
a
hay.
horse. That's a horse, bro.
I think that's a horse. Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, other than the kangaroos, I've been really good, man. The trading's been fucking popping off, bro.
Good,
I've been
good.
really good, real up on that.
Yep. Good.
Gym every day, really good, man. I feel great. Eating properly, I'm gonna gain some fucking kilos. About time if I keep this up. But yeah, really good, really happy.
Yeah.
Good to be here. keen for next year. I think it's going to be fucking awesome.
Big
What
year.
about you, man? What's going on?
Not much. Everything's good. Chilling. Keen for some holidays. I'm keen to. This is the one time of the year. Next week for about 2 weeks is the one time a year where I happily drink every day. I'll get a case. I'll just have a beer, do the lawns, go fishing, go to
Is
the
it
beach.
the one time a year? Or?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I actually, believe it or not, I actually don't drink every day.
Yeah, of course.
I only drink on podcast nights, OzTag nights, Tuesday nights. If I feel sick, Sunday, Monday, Saturday. No, I actually don't drink every day.
Yeah, I don't find that hard to believe, bro.
Yeah, so as of next week will be when I officially kick off my drinking binge. Do it once.
And how
a year.
long do you have off over the break? 2 weeks, like on a lot of people?
Usually 2 weeks. I think last year I had 3 weeks. I think we'll probably get 3 weeks this year just because we are a supplier of construction sites. There's nothing really for us to do unless construction is building. Or people are using oil and fuel and shit. So really, it's kind of like we're just kind of in like a little chill limbo where it's like, all right, when people sort of get back into it, we'll be there ready to go. Like, you know what I mean?
So are we. We provide for the tradies, and we're still fucking open. I don't even close until I don't even got Christmas
How?
Eve off.
Well, because
Neither do I.
there's some work
It's-
sites under our company that are still going.
It's
during
it's
Christmas.
dead.
What the
It's
hell?
dead in
Yeah.
there too. We're sitting there fucking doing nothing, which we already are most of the time anyway. We've been a bit busy lately, but fucking hell, sometimes it's just a drag, man.
Yeah,
I
that's-
fucking hate this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. It's a half day at least though. So on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve I finish at 12.
Okay, that's
but-
all right.
I finish at 5.
Ooh.
And on New Year's Eve too.
See, when I was at Coles, I used to always have to end a Christmas Eve and have to tell them, I'm
Yeah.
like, look,
I'm not being.
Look,
I have a life.
look, it's my culture. All right, if you deny this leave,
Yeah.
you're a racist. Man. I'm gonna take it to HR, bro.
And you hate trans people.
Yeah.
What about you, Tori? What's been happening?
Not much. Same sort of vibe. I'm very excited to go into the new year. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming
Yeah,
up
2025
next
is a good year, man.
year. Yeah.
Do you get time off?
No, I'm working. The only days that I get off is Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or the public holidays.
Public holidays. That's
and
so ass,
New
man.
Year's Day. But I could have taken off, but because we've got our big trip next year, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's so dead
Save
at
the
work.
leave, yeah.
During that time, I can work from anywhere. I can take my laptop and work from anywhere. So
Yeah, see, that's mad.
yeah,
That's
I don't have to
mad.
go into an office. I don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
like do anything. I thought, what's the point of like using my leave for 2 weeks when I literally can just take my laptop anywhere I want?
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
But other than that, everything's been good.
And
Good
from
vibes here.
from the 27th to the 2nd, we're taking Sal and James's camper van and going with Tori and Josh to Huskinson.
Oh, yeah, it's
So
nice up there, man.
They're down south, I think it is. But they're
How far?
taking about, isn't it like 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
about
3
that.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll just use the van, which again I can work from.
Yeah,
we can
cool.
do all that. So I'll be working.
Just beach vibes, hey.
You
You
Chill,
going to them
kick back.
that beach with the white ass sand?
I
It's so
think so.
soft and shit, bro. I went there.
I've never been
2
there.
years
Is it
ago.
good?
Oh, it's the best, man. That
Yeah.
beach is crazy. The sand is so soft. It feels like flour. Like
Oh,
yeah.
true.
it's crazy,
Yeah,
and it's
damn.
white as fuck too. Like
Yeah.
super white. It's like the whitest sand in the world. I think. I'm pretty sure. That beach. Yeah, literally
In Australia,
in the world. I'm pretty sure.
we've got some beautiful beaches here.
Yeah, we
What's
do.
the beach called? It's called Hyams.
Yeah, Hyams
It's got the
Beach.
whitest sand in the world or some shit.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. Yeah, it's famous for having the world's whitest sand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was saying, there's like white
I love the
families. like,
beach,
laying
bro.
there.
I probably spend the same amount of time as I do on the sand in the water. I always do like
Yeah.
tan for a bit, flip like a fucking burger patty.
Yeah.
And then go in the water, cool off,
Yeah,
come back.
go again. Yeah, beautiful. Well, as of last week, I apologise, Ugly MC. You sent some cool speak pipes, and we lost them all. But you sent some more, so we're going to listen to one today, and
Where's
then
the poo story? Is he? You still got the poo story?
we're going to listen to one and then continue on because I actually do. We are on a time limit today because I am also a star athlete winger for my OzTag team, and I have to make a game tonight. So we'll listen to one from Ugly. And last week I think you said we just touched upon the cloud seeding stuff. We spoke about that.
Weather manipulation and shit.
What else are we
Was
speaking
it,
about?
it was still. I think he picked on the social
social media.
So
media
the social
stuff.
media stuff. They were good speak pipe, man. So let's listen to this one. Let's see if I'm even fucking connected to this fucking shit or what.
First of all, guys, Ugly here. Sorry about my previous messages. I think it was 2 podcasts behind. My bad. Last week's podcast story was right, DZ. People do defecate in public, and it is a thing. For 28 years, I was a chef. And one of my jobs, I worked in a department store. in the bottom in the food court. And we used to have a serial pooer. He called him the Poo Bandit. This guy would come in regularly, probably once a month. And, smear his feces from floor to ceiling all over the toilet. Yeah. So much so, I rang my head chef one day and I said, he's hit again. And come down. He didn't believe me. He goes in there and he literally walked in and almost walked back out vomiting within like 2 seconds. It was fucking horrific. Anyway, long story short, I ended up helping catch him with security. Turns out they called him brown-handed. Turns out he was a high-profile lawyer here in Adelaide.
Whoa.
And begged not to be taken to jail.
Whoa.
But yeah, it definitely happens, bro. It's quite disgusting, but it's a thing.
Hey, ready? Imagine your lawyer, right, is defending you in court, and
he gets caught for that.
Unbeknownst to you, you're like, this guy's got me here. He's going to get me out of a pickle, and you don't know that guy in his free time is just Picassoing shit all over the toilet walls. That is insane.
God damn it!
It almost seems like it's not even the same dude. It's just like lawyer by day, shit smearer by night.
Right. People have these weird little like fetishes and things, and it's crazy, man.
It's like Dexter, except he shits on the walls instead of murdering people.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the speak pipe, Ugly MC. We'll touch on the rest of them next week.
My song comes out tomorrow, by the way. By the time you're listening, it's already out. Cock that. I'm bringing the fucking the things back. Probably not weekly or bi-weekly or nothing like that.
Try to go for like one a month, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, probably a bit more. Maybe once every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ish. Whenever I get a song, I'll drop it. But I'm going to do the same cover art thing and then put them in an album, maybe end of next year.
Yep.
Put all the songs, album bonuses.
Nice.
Stream it, bitch.
So, what's up, FireCast? It's Friendly Fire here, owner of Tripjacker Mafia Records, and we're very proud to announce our new sponsorship with the Hydro Grip. They have a BPA-free bottle, and they have a magnet on top of the bottle. So you can film your sets at the gym for content, social media, if you run a podcast yourself. As you can see here, the phone's sitting very securely on top of this magnet. Very stable when it's full or empty. Super secure magnet, stays hot for 12 hours or cold for 24 hours. And 10% of all sales go to the Sydney's Children's Hospital, which we find super dope. So be sure to go over there and purchase yourself a bottle. And don't be shy to let them know that you're coming from the FireCast community so we can all spread the love. Thank you. That brings us to last week. We did something fun.
Yeah.
Which you guys missed out on. So
yeah, how funny is that the first time?
Yeah,
like, bro.
Welcome to the Reddit Corner.
Woohoo! So, Tori, please explain again for the second time what our new little tie-in, the little replacement segment. It's not going to fully replace Reddit Corner, but it's just something fun that you come up with. Explain again.
So it was kind of like a quiz segment where I quiz the boys on questions to do with females and they're questions that they're probably going to get wrong. It was a TikTok trend that I seen, and all of the girlfriends and all the girls were asking their boyfriends questions about women's anatomy and beauty and hair and all that sort of stuff, and the responses were hilarious. So I thought, let's do it on the podcast. Last week we focused a lot, it was a bit of a random one, we focused a lot on beauty, but this week I found a lot of questions about women's body, like a woman's body, and I thought you three all have partners, long-term partners, one with a child, so you guys should be somewhat experts.
Yeah.
And it was very funny.
It was hilarious.
Yes, and we could even do this like, you can...
different subjects, different themes.
But like not even just the question, like any TikTok trends you find that we can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it doesn't necessarily have to follow the same. But yeah, so we each have these little gay whistles here that we've been puffing
I need to upgrade to, I want to get you guys the buzzers.
Even Tori's wearing little ears, a hat. We got new hats as well. She bought new hats for the Reddit Corner. You got fluffy gamer girl ears. So last week, if you missed it, well, you did miss it because we lost the footage. But Joey K actually won, but his medal has been revoked.
Yep.
So we can go again, and
I think he planned this all along, and he pulled the plug. he pulled the plug on the machine.
I just deleted the shit on purpose. I'm like, fuck that cunt. So there actually is a medal, which is second place, ironically, because Tori forgot to buy. She only bought second place.
There's no first place here.
Yeah, second place.
So first one to blow the whistle gets to say the answer.
I need to watch you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Same way as before.
Yeah, she has to watch us because they don't make any noise.
I know. I'm sorry. I need to get the buzzers.
I want to go quack.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should make a sound. Okay, cool. First one.
Here we go.
Which of these is not a part of the female reproductive system?
Oof.
There's 3. Labia, Trulia, vulva. That was Joey.
Trulia.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that's 1 point for Joey K.
Let me write this down so we can take note.
Okay.
That's Joey with 1.
I don't trust this guy. He's probably rummaging through your notes the night before you come in.
How do we know there's no conspiracy?
Oh, where's Tori's fucking cooligan again? Fuck.
Definitely not.
I'm trying to find a Trulia. I'm like, where's Trulia?
Okay. How many ovaries does a woman have in her lifetime, Dylan?
How many ovaries in her lifetime?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
That was
Trick question.
Yeah. You're gonna. I thought that as well. I was like, surely it's
I
more.
was gonna say like 70. This guy did this last week. He blows it not knowing and then just guesses.
No. I
Bastard.
don't guess, motherfucker. I knew the answer,
did.
but she
It was a
confused
trick
me
one.
with the fucking
The question.
in her lifetime.
that was
bro.
a trick one.
Little bastard.
Okay. Ready? What is an IUD? I think that was Joey.
Yeah, I think it was Joey too.
IUD
Yeah.
is the contraceptive a contraceptive women use.
Yes, correct. It's a method of birth control.
Yeah.
Is that the rod?
It was either that or I thought
Yeah.
grenade. Like that's an IED, isn't it? Like an army thing.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
Can a woman pee with a tampon in? That was
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's watched Chloe do it multiple times.
Yes. I'm on the board.
Yeah, 1.
So what? 2-1-1?
Yeah. 2-2-1.
2-2-1.
No, I only got 1.
Oh, no.
2, 1,
No,
1.
Oh no, 2-1-1.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Thank God you guys are here. Okay. How long can a tampon safely stay in? Dylan.
8 hours.
That's correct. Spot on.
So a whole working day.
That was
Nice.
kind of a guess. I thought maybe 12. Or
That's
8.
disgusting.
They need to up it just in case to allow for the drive to and from work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It needs to
40
be
minutes.
9
Yeah.
hours or something. Half an hour there, half an hour
stuck in
back.
traffic.
While you're at work. Fucking weirdo.
They clock in and out like
All right.
They dab the bloody tampon. Like that's their tap in, like a stamp.
You're literally disgusting. Shut up. Okay, Dylan, you should know this one. How long after giving birth can a woman have sex? Oh, I don't think you were the first.
I think I
one
was
for
the
that.
last one.
Yeah, I think Iggy, you were the first.
7 days.
No.
A lot longer
What
than
the
that.
fuck? So, does someone else get a guess? Is that how we did it last time?
No.
Or no, we just-
No,
we
I
moved
think
on.
second
Okay.
guess again.
What was it?
Does anyone want to have a guess?
Yep.
What?
6 weeks.
Dylan?
Yeah, I think it's 6 weeks, isn't it?
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, yeah.
Oh, that's
Alright.
way too long.
7 days is criminal. You're trying to tear up that pussy after 7 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat it up. See what I tore it more, the baby or the dick.
Well, my missus
Definitely
had
the baby.
had a C-section, so I think it was even fucking...
It's like I was hitting that shit
Yeah.
straight away.
Do you reckon some people opt for C-sections voluntarily?
the recovery was
yeah. The
horrendous.
recovery is
It
a
was-
lot worse.
Yeah, very bad.
No one's opting.
Yeah, because you
for a
can't.
C-section.
Because isn't it like you can't stand because your
muscles.
your muscles are just like collapsing?
Rose was in shambles, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hunched over all the time, couldn't barely walk.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
because
fucked
you don't
up.
realize how much of your core you use just to like exist. Like
Yeah.
you sit down, even in this chair, to stabilize your core, sitting up like this, you're like,
Yeah.
you know what I
And
mean?
I seen it, man. I was in the room, and when I look over they have a little curtain up where Rose and I sit, and they had a curtain there, and you get a glimpse of it. It's gruesome.
Oh, that's gnarly.
It's really gruesome. Like, it's crazy. I was like, oh my god.
Like you seen her open up?
Yeah, bro. Like
You
could
see
see
insides?
the scar. Like you could see the fucking everything.
You see
bro.
the
They pulled
innards.
The
pulled my
innards.
daughter out. It was fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's intense, bro.
Okay.
Okay, next one. What does the C in C-section stand for?
Cesarean.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. What's the score? Is that 2-2-1 or
2-3-1.
I'm winning now. Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan's winning.
3-2-1? Oh my god! All right.
Joey's got 2, Dylan's got 3. You've got 1. You need to step up your game.
Yeah.
I think you sucked last time too.
Yeah, I think I did too. Actually, that's why I said something was a pussy stretcher.
I mean, you weren't wrong. It's straight.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. What is more sensitive, the clitoris or the penis? Joey got that one.
Clitoris.
Yes, it is.
Or the clitori if you're talking plural.
It is twice as sensitive as.
Isn't it like a miniature version of your penis head anyway?
Yeah.
Aren't they like the same?
Yeah, well, technically, it's like apparently
twice
a
as
clitoris
sensitive,
is
though.
because apparently isn't it? I might be wrong, but
Yeah, let the man talk about the female body.
no, but I might be wrong, but my clitoris. No, but isn't it like all humans are born like
clitoris.
with XY
Yeah,
chromosome
something
at
like
the
that.
start, and then the clitoris, right,
It develops.
develops into a penis. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then
Oh, so we all start as females.
That's why men have nipples.
yeah, sorry,
Huh.
maybe they don't start at XY chromosomes. Maybe it's the other way. But maybe we start as females.
Yeah,
or
we're all
something.
females, I believe.
Really?
Is this true? Is this even
Is
true?
that
though?
true?
I don't know if it's true, but
I've heard that.
That's insane if that
and
is
some
true.
people have micro penises where it still looks like a clitoris. You know what I mean?
So that explains why I get my feelings of being a bit gay sometimes, surely.
Yeah, I mean, the odd dick suck every now and then
Yeah.
definitely explains it.
All human embryos start out with unidentified. Don't know why it says gonads.
That's actually that is a technical term.
Crazy. Undifferentiated gonads, meaning they have female-like genitalia. However, around 6 to 7 weeks into gestation, a gene on the Y chromosome causes the development of testes. So it's not when you're born; it's when you're.
In the
Is that why we have nipples, though?
Let me ask.
Pretty sure I heard that.
Wouldn't it be weird if
had
no one had
boobs.
nipples? No, but no one had nipples. Even women, they just had they just had mounds. Like they had nothing on the.
Yeah, all embryos develop nipples and breast tissue before the sex chromosomes are defined, which usually happens between 6 and 7 weeks. All males and females are built from the same genetic blueprint, but they develop into slightly different directions.
Huh. Right.
Okay,
Yes.
learn something new every day here on the FireCast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
got tiny nipples, bro. My nipples are small.
It's I think I have
You have.
I have regular
I think
size.
you have decent sized nipples.
They're like
not salami.
no.
Not salami. Maybe like cabanossi size or a little bit
No, I think
bigger.
no, yours are fine.
Yeah, thank
Don't
you.
be self conscious about those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't. Okay. Still self-conscious about it.
Okay, so it's currently 3-3-1. Okay. How many phases are in the menstrual cycle?
4.
Yes.
What the fuck?
That was a complete guess, bro.
Yes.
See, this guy.
Wow.
Can
Is that because it's a month?
I don't know. I just said 4.
month?
Can you name the? This isn't a part of
This
the
isn't a part of
follow
it.
up. Yep, for
follow-up
half a
question.
point. Let's go.
Yeah. You'll get half a point if you can name.
If you get this, you are a woman still. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You can name all 4 of them.
I didn't know there was names for them. What do you mean?
I was going to say, yeah, fucking
Cycle.
Mars, Mercury,
Venus,
Pluto, Venus.
Yeah.
retrograde. Can any of you name any of the phases of a menstrual cycle? You all have long-term
Yeah,
girlfriends.
the follicular
Moody.
the follicular phase.
Accumulation.
Follicular phase
Yeah.
and the moody bitch phase,
Yeah.
which
No.
lasts the whole time. No, I'm joking.
What's the one where you can get pregnant?
The
fertile. Fertilization?
Fertility time.
There's ovulation.
Ovulation.
Yeah, that know that one.
Follicular.
follicular.
And what about when you
I knew
actually
ovulation.
bleed? When you actually bleed, it's called your
Falicky licky.
something
Oh,
cycle.
the flooding phase.
Starts with an M.
Menstrual. cycle.
Yeah,
The
fucking
menstrual
hell, you
cycle.
guys are horrid.
Oh, shit. Excuse
And
me.
there's one more. None of you will get this, but have a guess. Starts with L.
Lobotomy.
Leviathan.
Nah.
Luteal.
I would have never get that.
Luteal, menstruation, follicular, and ovulation. You guys are crazy.
Interesting.
But Dylan, you did guess 4, so you do get a point.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 more. Where does the baby grow? Dylan.
The
3.
Dude.
I'm blanking on
2,
the fucking the
1.
placenta. What the hell, man? What's the name of the? I know this
No,
answer.
I think Iggy, you're actually next for that. Do you know that?
Ovaries.
No.
Uterus.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yes.
Oh, I full knew that. I was just blanking. Fuck. I had a mind blank.
Okay.
That would be so painful if they grew up in their ovaries. They grew in the
crazy.
ovaries.
So what's the score now? 3-3-1.
4-4-1.
Shit, man.
You fucking suck.
Can we have a different topic
Yes.
next week?
Yeah. This is a good one to have this week, but
Have
I'll
a topic
change
on
it up.
dick. You would excel. Imagine that. Imagine that. What's the end
Maybe
of the ball?
actually another good one could be like one based around men and see how good you guys
Yes.
even know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, we might not even know our
Probably
own
worse than the
gender.
No,
yeah.
it'd probably be worse. Okay. How long can sperm live in the vagina?
Up to 5 days, 5 to 7 days.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Is he going to win the medal?
God, they pay rent after that long. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Okay. Can sex while pregnant hurt the baby? Joey got that one.
Nope.
Yes, that's correct. Wow, guys, this is a tie.
What?
Joey has 5, Dylan has 5, and Iggy has 1.
All right, tiebreaker question.
We need one tiebreaker question.
Whip out a Google.
No, I've got one more.
All right,
here we go.
There's only one right
Right.
answer for this, so you guys better.
Okay.
Here we go.
Should men be able to vote on women's reproductive rights? Joey got that one.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's subjective.
It's not.
That is a
fucking-
subjective question,
No,
though. That's a
it's
bit
not.
unfair.
No. That's not fucking subjective.
Is that actually a thing?
No, that's my answer.
So
That's my
subjective.
question. No.
Interesting.
Let's not even get into a fucking debate about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's
hold
almost like it happened again.
Dylan, that was really good though. You were 1 point behind. You did well.
That's all right. I'm proud of that. Good job, Joey.
Joey is the winner of
Again.
You're a better woman than I am.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think that's you probably growing up around 4 females your whole life, your sisters.
Yeah.
Checked every one of their tampons weekly.
Rose is going to be mad about that placenta question.
Yeah, placenta is
Come on,
crazy.
man. I know it's a uterus,
They
bro.
grow in the placenta.
Is Rose going to listen to this one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
She
sure.
listens to all of
She
them.
listens.
Love that. Hi,
Oh,
Rose.
God. Well, I tried, Chloe.
Iggy, that was insane.
Fucking hell.
That's fine. We'll
But then
change
again,
the topics.
there is something about the buzzer questions that puts you on the spot, and like you do blank in a lot of ways. Like maybe Iggy would have still got one if it wasn't buzzer, but maybe he could have got 2. Maybe he could have got 3. You know, DZ doesn't actually believe that babies grow up in the placenta. Do you?
Well, not anymore.
Nah,
I knew it was a uterus. I just blanked on the name.
Yeah. But I don't know. When it's like a game and you're like, you know, the other guys are about
fucking
to
hell.
like blow it as well. You're like,
Well, let us know what you think about that. This time you got to see it
yeah.
and hear it. Oh, that was
And
fun.
if you have any topics that you think would be funny
Yes.
for me to quiz the guys on.
Yes.
Let us know.
Let's do a Star Wars one, man. Come on.
I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I guess I can Google the answers.
Yes.
Joey
I'll fucking.
I mean,
Tear
I'll
up.
lose, but that's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
you can't
Nah,
win them
nah.
all.
Well, we can do. Just come up with some other ones. We'll do some funny ones. That's cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
little thing to swap in and out with Reddit Corner.
Or other games in general. Just any other little things we can do. Trends and shit.
We could do a "Thank God You're Here" segment where
we full
set it up, and you got to walk in, and we got to play it. Tori can come up with a scene, and
Yeah.
you got to fucking.
improv.
We used to do that in. I took drama in the.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, in year 11 and 12, because I was like, who better than the guy that can't stop yapping to get in an improvising class? You know what I mean? And I used to love it. They're like, it's like you can't say no in improv. You just gotta go in there, and the scene's the scene, and you just add to it. It's pretty hilarious.
Sorry.
Press the motherfucking
What was
button,
that
man.
thought, Dylan?
This I was just gonna say. The amount of news coming out each week is almost unbearable.
Man,
I can't take it.
can I start this one
We're
off?
in the
Ready?
end times, bro.
Can I start this one off? Ready?
All right.
Jay-Z now has he now has 100 problems. He has 100, not 99. A toddler is 1. That is fucked. I don't know why we're hurraying about this.
Yeah, what's
it is
going on?
it is god awful. But
Yeah, we're not cheering it on, but we
not-
knew this mother. We said this motherfucker. I
Yeah,
said
listen,
it. I said it.
Let me preface, okay?
Woo!
We are not condoning or cheering about what went on. It's fucked, right? It happened in the year 2000, okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't excuse it. It was 24 years ago, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, because we knew that domino was gonna fall at
Yes.
some point.
Just
right?
when.
And in these allegations, it was with Sean Diddy Combs, right? And I'm wondering, okay, Sean Diddy Combs, has he rolled on his old mate Jay-Z? Has he rolled on him?
Nah. Oh,
Or this?
He's not guilty yet, man. You got the
he
thing
is
what's
guilty.
weird about I don't doubt he's done it. I've never been a fan of Jay-Z, right? And him and Beyonce, I think, are the most evil people probably in the whole fucking industry. But it's a civil case again.
Yeah.
It was originally filed just with Diddy. It was withdrawn and then refiled again to include Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It was from 2000. It was an 8-year-old at the VMA after party. Or was 13-year-old? 13-year-old, sorry. At the VMA after party, which is, how is a 13-year-old getting to a VMA fucking after party? And it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't doubt he's eating babies and putting baby blood in his skin and whatever, all that shit. I believe they're fucking terrible and they probably do this shit, but I'm just saying,
Maybe he didn't do this.
we don't know about this yet, man. He
Yeah.
ain't guilty yet, bro. And he was going to fucking Mufasa with his family and shit, and he's making these statements and shit.
And,
So I don't know,
And he was
but-
saying that, he actually wants it to be a criminal case and not a civil one because he reckons this lawyer has done this before. And he reckons he's guilty of that's all good. Yeah, but he's apparently saying that this lawyer has been it's not the first time that he's told some white lies. But I just feel like he was in the statement, he could have said it better. He could have been straight out like, I didn't do this crime. And I feel like he just was he was focusing on the wrong things. He was more like, I don't know. For me, that it seemed a bit sus. His statement. Very defensive, which I guess you would be if you didn't do it right. You would be defensive. But I don't know.
Fuck him, man. He did it. He's a piece of shit, and everything's coming to fruition and to light.
I mean, his
fucking
best
guilty.
friend R. Kelly was dating a 13-year-old back in the
He's
day.
fucking guilty
So-
of something, bro. It doesn't matter if it's this or something. He's done shit, and now people are slowly going to start piping up.
Where
bro.
there's smoke,
Fuck
there's
him.
fire, bro.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't doubt this is a small piece of a larger thing that these people do, right?
Yes.
And obviously he was friends of all these people. When this Diddy stuff happened, they were very quiet. They didn't say anything.
No one's
when
backing their
R.
friend.
Kelly stuff happened, they didn't say anything. They never say anything, but they're always involved. So, obviously they probably play a part in all of it. But yeah, I don't know.
Is there any information, Tori, as of right currently? By the way, this news comes to you obviously updated as of right now, but you guys obviously listen to it a little bit later. Hence why the lives in 2025, when we finally work that shit out, is the whole point of the fully updated news. But yeah, anyway, go on, Tori.
Yeah, it's pretty much just the same stuff that you guys have already said. The 13-year-old girl, it wasn't inside the VMAs, it was outside. She was trying to get inside, and she was approaching limousine drivers, and she approached Diddy's limo driver, and apparently he said, you're exactly the type that Diddy would look for, or something like that. You're exactly the type that he wants, sort of thing. But yeah, everything else pretty much. He did put out that statement, which was pretty much, he called them the claims or the allegations idiotic, and said that from where he grew up, we don't do this sort of stuff. I'm not from, which he caught some slack for actually. He said something like, I'm not from where you guys are from. We don't do that. I grew up in Brooklyn with nothing.
it's kind of weird.
We look after kids. We don't do that.
Didn't he say, I feel bad for the people who actually go through this?
Yes, he said that this should be a criminal, lawsuit, not a civil one, because it's so heinous that we should be looking at people that this has actually happened to, or something like that. I can get the. Thing
So was
up,
that
but-
he said, I feel bad for the women who are watching this watching their story be used as a money grab or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Let me try find this.
I don't know, man. I don't know. My prediction for 2025, I reckon around mid 2025, Usher will be next, surely.
Oh,
He's
such good music though.
I know, that's a shame, but he's a freaky ass motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I think 2025 is all this stuff that's happening is a new era happening, and all the old bad shit is getting brought out of the fucking woodwork and getting destroyed, and we're moving into lighter times. I feel like it seems like it with all the news and shit that's been happening. It really seems like a rebirth of everything. You know what I mean? And Cat Williams basically said it. You know what I mean? And did you see what Cat Williams actually said about this, about the Jay-Z So he was on a show or something, and they asked him about the Jay-Z and saying that he was right. They're like, you were right. You predicted all this stuff was going to happen. What do you think? And he's like, well, I think we're moving into a golden era, like a magnificent time. That's what that's what he said. Like, and he put emphasis on mag, like he's a Trump supporter or something. But yeah, so I feel like there's good energy coming in. I hope so, but yeah, I think all these motherfuckers going down.
The only thing that's weird though is like, what did Cat know? Because he's
in the industry, man.
No, but how did he hit the time frame so spot on? He literally done an interview in January 2024, and then look what happened before the end of the year's out. He got the
timing.
The timing. He hit the nail on the head, bro. Like he literally, it's almost like there was backdoor investigations happening.
Yeah,
a lot of people probably were made to sign NDAs to keep quiet. Not Cat. And then Cat's gone, yeah, these motherfuckers are getting investigated, bro. Boom.
Well, there were news of them raiding Diddy's house for a couple months before he actually got the news came out what it was for. I remember seeing that, and people were like, why are they raiding Diddy's house? What the fuck's going on? So that came out like maybe a month or a couple months before.
Interesting.
So
I wonder when the dominoes start falling, as in what happens, what turn of events happens where for so long it's just these high-profile celebrities have been getting away with shit. Does it just take one person to gossip to the next, and then they go, and then a victim comes out and goes, well, that happened to me. Blah, blah, that happened to me. You know what I mean? Like what?
Surely.
Because there's so many others that would get away with it, man. Like,
nah, surely it'd have to be eventually when a victim comes out and speaks to the right lawyer, where the lawyer goes, now hold on a second, we've actually got evidence here to file a case. Because technically, without evidence, doesn't matter what you claim happened to you, no one's going to take your case. Right? There's no evidence. There's nothing you can do. You need the evidence. So someone's come forward with evidence and the lawyer's gone, fuck yeah, we're on. And then boom, 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 it just fucking like dominoes, bang, 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 bang. Surely that's how I see it. Like how else can you fucking
and that's the thing, right? As like Beyonce, right? You imagine you're Beyonce, okay, and you're just dancing at home, going, "Oh, the single ladies," that's it, right?
Super quiet,
and then your husband, your partner, even if the allegations aren't true, the fact that he's even associated with any allegations, that's got to put some kind of, you know, whether she knows about it or not, like which you'd think how long they've been together now, she'd probably know about all his fucking dirty, dark secrets. You know what I mean?
Surely.
But like, yeah, she's probably sitting there going, you remember that time you did do it? You were a bit drunk, but you did do it. And I watched. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That's I mean, it's weird because I'm that type of person. I know it's toxic, but when I'm like right about things, and I'm like, bro, we've been saying for how long now that Jay-Z, I'm like, fuck Jay-Z, and then I remember, oh, but that was someone's daughter. Like that shit in the world happens, right? Yeah. We should never be like happy that this shit, but it's more happy that there's light.
I'm happy that there's justice finally being fucking served, bro. I hope he rots in jail and dies in prison. The fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You like, bro, you can't do that stuff to children, man. Like, come on, bro. It's insane. And it's insane that they get away with it, and they have been for so long.
Yeah.
I think corruption has a big part to do with it too, and I think corruption there's a lot of corruption being identified and being stamped out, and I feel like there's people in the CIA or the FBI,
they turn a blind eye,
exactly, and then they get moved out or fired or pushed out, or people change, and then, you know, things like that have to happen because the corruption is so deep, especially in the US. These institutions in the deep state, it's like they fucking let anything go, bro. Like, people, they get away with fucking crazy shit.
It's not a third world country, but sometimes the corruption there, it feels like it is a third world country,
like
you know?
Bro. Like, but I feel like things are changing, though. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's positive new energy coming in, man. Everything's being burnt down to the ground, and something new and good is coming, you know?
There's nothing else on it, Tori?
No, it's just talking about other people's perspectives, similar to what Joey said before about how his statement, what did they say? His statement was missing an explicit denial. He had everything else in there, you know, touching on his family and his kids, trying to really
victim
curse
card, yep.
the victim card, but he never explicitly said
he didn't do it.
that
Yeah.
he didn't do it.
wow.
It was never in the statement. And so people just think that, but at the bottom of this article I'm reading, people don't reckon, because it's just an isolated incident for now, people think that he's too rich and too powerful for his reputation to be damaged.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's a pretty contained and isolated incident. So he's just, his brand is too strong to be destroyed by a civil lawsuit.
Yeah, it is civil too, so he's not
Yeah.
going to go to jail, you know, for this. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So I guess we'll see.
speaking of being burnt and rebirthed, man, big news, Syria. Man, Syria fucking collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
You know about what's going on in fucking Syria, bro?
No,
The government?
You kidding?
The government?
Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria.
I did know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't they
so-
in power for like 50 years
yeah,
or something?
50 years, right? So rebels have taken over, and it happened in the blink of an eye. Israel-backed rebels, Western allied-based rebels. So a lot of people think it's good news. They were cheering and protesting in Sydney streets when that happened, like cheering Syrian refugees or cheering in Sydney streets that his regime had been toppled. So he's fled to Russia now, and he's been given amnesty and fucking, you know, refuge in Russia. And a lot of people saying so Syria as it was backed by Iran and Russia, right? And now, so Putin's busy with the Ukraine war that they couldn't really give much support to what was going on in Syria. His troops are fucking stretched out, you know. So a lot of people are saying that was kind of a big catalyst in the rebels being able to take over. So they've toppled the government, they took over all the cities, and now people are saying it's probably going to be a Western-backed, maybe they're going to install some kind of democracy type of thing, de facto shit. You know what they do, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do to these countries. They've done it millions of times before. So that's kind of, there's a new chance for Syria to kind of get a bit more westernized, get a bit more modernized.
So it's a good thing.
It could be a good thing, but it could be,
You
because
just
the
don't know,
other
yeah.
problem is Israel and the US has launched airstrikes in Syria to destroy equipment that they had there, because there's so many groups, guerrilla groups and factions in Syria.
Yeah, there's no one knows whose team. Yeah.
ISIS is still in there,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. So they were worried that these terrorist organizations
Get their
can
hands,
take the
on the
power
weapon.
now, because
Yeah.
there's a chance here. There's a vacuum forming. So they launched airstrikes and destroyed all the equipment, and they're trying to. I think Israel launched how many, Tory? Like 400 strikes or some shit. They've launched
350.
300 already. They've launched in Syria to target military equipment, so the terrorist organizations don't take advantage and take over the government. So there's still going to be a lot of fighting and
Yeah.
pressure cooker shit going on.
Can I give you guys, this is just a quick recap on what happened in Syria today. This was at 3:55 this morning, so yesterday. Syrian rebels have set fire to the tomb of ex-president Bashar al-Assad's father.
Yeah.
So the rebels set fire to his tomb and his coffin. Iran is being blamed for the fall of the Assad regime on the US and Israel. Israel has continued to target the Syrian military's arsenal with more than 350 Israeli strikes. The Israeli government said those who now control large parts of Syria should not have the means to threaten Israel. Our correspondents have been speaking with those in Syria over recent days. Syria's new transitional prime minister has said that people can now enjoy stability and calm. And Syrian rebel forces say they have taken control of the oil-rich eastern city of Deir
Damascus or
el-Azur from Kurdish forces as they try to secure the country's resources.
So I didn't get it. Was this guy like a
Yeah.
tyrant?
So I'm
Yes.
I'm confused. I feel like I need
Yeah.
a bit of a recap. Why Syria? First of all, I know it's Ukraine, Russia, all that shit, right? But what's that have to do with?
So Syria, basically the guy who was the president of Syria was
Yeah.
just supported by Russia and Iran. He was just a dictator type of guy. So he was just in power there. A lot of people were saying they were miserable. The people he
dictator, yeah.
had concentration camps, that type of shit.
So a bad dude,
Right. Yeah, bad dude, right? And now there's been rebels and fight. The civil war in Syria has been going on for years.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
And ISIS has been in there for a while.
A long time. There's a lot of
Yeah.
fighting in different groups in Syria. They've always been there fighting for power and trying to take over because they're not happy with this regime. And then now the rebels have basically just won. That's basically what's happened. It's just happened so quick
do you know-
and suddenly that people weren't expecting it.
Do you know what's crazy? Like, me and Tori were talking about this the other day. Like, our government is so like solid. And when I say solid, you can ask someone like a Yankee who'd be like, "Oh, they're trapped." They're not.
Yeah.
But when I say solid, peaceful. There's no real anarchy.
Yeah.
There's no anarchy. Whatever. Imagine if we had a dictator, and obviously any dictator, society's not going to work for long, or they're not going to be happy for long, right? We start arguing amongst ourselves, being like, "Oh, we're not happy with this and that, blah, blah." Then we start trying to overthrow, certain other groups amongst ourselves. And we take that internal like pressure cooker kind of like the war becomes internal rather than focusing on
I feel like
anything.
That's the problem of, especially in the Middle East. It's like it's just gotten to the point where you don't know who's fighting who anymore.
Yeah.
You really don't, bro.
Yeah.
It's sad and it's fucked up, but like this shit's been happening for hundreds of years. Again, and people on TikTok think they're smart and, oh man, and they start chirping up and voicing their opinions when they don't know shit. This has been happening for fucking centuries, bro. They've been fighting amongst themselves for centuries. And it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. Like, it like I said, you just don't know who's fighting who anymore.
Yeah.
The funny
You
thing,
don't know.
The funny thing about this too, all these situations, the Western media. So when they're reporting on this, they're calling the people who took over rebels. The rebels have taken power. They've sieged Syria. The rebels. When it's someone we don't want to win, it's terrorists. The terrorists. But it's the same. They're the same. But it's just funny how the bias is like, because this is Israel backed and Western backed. These people who wanted to get rid of Assad, they're rebels. Yeah, they're rebel freedom fighters. And then when it's the opposite, it's terrorists.
But aren't these rebels just people that want no dictator? They just want democracy? Like,
that's what the Western media will tell you. But look, supposedly, yes. Like a lot of people lean to this being a good thing.
Yeah.
Because
You
it's
don't
obviously,
know.
it's like the West and Israel winning over Russia and Iran.
Yeah, and how can you get worse than having a dictator? Like, no one wants a dictator.
But see, the problem is though, is that whatever group of rebels these guys are, then the other group of whoever the fuck that crew then goes, no, but we want the power, not them.
That's what they want.
Then they start. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. It's not a like.
So they can't just form a government.
That's what the airstrikes were about, because ISIS is rooted in Syria, and they had a chance now to take over power. So they've destroyed the equipment, so ISIS has less of a chance to do that.
So they don't have a government, period. They just had a dictator.
They have a new guy now that temporary guy till March.
I was going to say, like, at what point can they trust Syria to kind of work it out themselves in terms of in a democratic way? You know what I mean? These countries,
especially in the Middle East, it's all proxy wars and proxy countries. So it's not Syria can't work it out itself, because it's a puppet state of either the West or Russia or whoever. These countries, they act like they operate themselves, but they're really influenced by money and people in the West or in Russia or in China. Like, it's always these bigger countries pulling the strings of these littler countries.
Is that because they have more money and they need the money to kind of survive? And
it's exactly that. It's influence.
So I'm going to educate you fuckers right now, right? So if you guys actually know why the Vietnam War started, the exact same shit.
It's always
the exact same shit. You had Vietnam, then you had the dudes in the north wanted to rule the country and they were communists, and then the ones in the south, which was the American puppet state, obviously don't want fucking communism. But what people don't know is that in the 60s, 50s, the communists were winning the people's favor because they were literally running shit better than how America was telling the South to run it. So people, they weren't even leaning towards communism. They just preferred how that government ran shit, and people were happier. Jobs were better, wages were better. But then America, of course, don't like that. Install a puppet a puppet president or prime minister of the South, and he's literally got no powers. It was all Richard Nixon and the president before him telling him what to tell the South. Yeah. And that's why they then sent American troops to try to stop the North. And then that war went for how long? Fucking 20 years, I think, the Vietnam War. It went for ages. Like, it was a big fucking thing, and it's the same fucking shit. But as soon as America's involved, and if you look up all the propaganda from back then, it was the same thing. The communists, the terrorists, we've got to stop them. It's going to spread it all across the world. It was all just fucking everyone, the West trying to make money, and the South needed the money, the North needed money as well. Yeah. But people don't know that America was also sending the North shit to keep this proxy shit happening, bro.
Yeah, they fund both sides. It's literally the same song and dance everywhere in the world.
How long did that war go for, Tori?
21 years, 5 months, and 29 days.
Crazy.
It's the same shit everywhere, bro. So, again, it's unfortunate, but, like, we just, at this point, bro, we don't know who's who, who's helping who, why he's doing this, why they attack them. And if you think you know, bro, you're just kidding yourself. Like you're a liar. You don't know. It's like, it sucks. And I wish the whole world was as peaceful, but unfortunately, it's just not how it is.
No.
What else is going on?
I want to bring something up. I'm going to call this episode, "You need to talk to a lawyer." Talk to a lawyer. Talk to a girl. Have you seen what she's done?
Yes.
Yeah.
She just looked like a scumbag, but
She's an idiot.
you know why? Because
An idiot.
you know how you can tell when someone's a bit of a sketchy cunt online when she doesn't smile, she sneers. She's like, it's like a cartoon, like like she smiles with the side of her mouth. Bro, so Talk to her decided to make a crypto coin called the Hock coin or the TUAH coin or something. These guys got absolutely roasted and belted by the owner of the website where they listed their coin. So that's how you know it's a big deal, right? This is all on TikTok.
What do you mean they got roasted and belted?
So obviously to list a crypto coin, you need a website to do it on an exchange, and then you do all your bullshit, your paperwork, and then the coin goes live. People can buy the coin, buy, sell. The coin goes up, the coin goes down, just like any asset in the world, right? This is called, I think it was called CoffeeZilla, or
CoffeeZilla's a YouTuber.
the guy is called CoffeeZilla, but he
No, I don't think he owns it. CoffeeZilla makes YouTube videos like exposing scammers and shit.
oh, so
That's his thing.
They were in a Discord call.
Yeah, with him. I saw
with
he
him
joined, yeah.
and a whole it was
But
just
he's
like-
not the owner, nothing.
Oh, okay, so anyway, he's basically saying is like this is the worst crypto launch I've ever seen in my life. Right?
How so?
They were apparently charging 15% fees just to buy the coin. If you wanted to buy,
So
it.
that's expensive.
That's like
a lot.
unheard of.
Okay.
The fees are usually like 1%, 2%.
And people were buying them?
People were buying them, right? Because if you're a fan of someone and you believe in them, you think they're doing a good thing. So you go, oh, fuck it, I'll put a couple grand in it. And hopefully it just, goes up over time.
Even the Hock Tour girl?
No, she had nothing. So what they done was the coin goes live. People bought money. Apparently in the first hour or so, whatever it was, they made over $1 million just in fees. So that's not in the accumulated wealth of the coin. And then within an hour or so, whenever it was, the coin just disappears. Boom, gone. Everyone's money, if you put money into it, your money's gone.
And so why would someone do that? And then who would it be? Because I know it's not her directly. I believe she was just,
there'd
she
be
was
a
led,
team.
she was led
Yes.
astray.
Yes.
People
Yes.
took advantage of her because she doesn't know nothing
Yeah.
about Bitcoin clearly.
I generally believe she got approached by a group of people or a team who have gone, hey, let's make a coin. It'll be good. You just got to tell people to buy, yada, yada, yada. She's kind of none the wiser. And then boom, they've pulled it. And then the funniest thing is that they were trying to deny it. But with crypto, you can't hide crypto. Everything can be tracked.
blockchain.
It's all on the blockchain. All the transactions have been tracked back to the creators of the coin. So and they're like, bro, we can see the money in your fucking wallet, you funny cunts. And they're just full denial. It's
and so
gnarly.
why would they take it out? Because
They pocket the money then.
so if they didn't take it out and then it dropped, then they risk losing the money that they'd gained before. So is that I just don't know how it works. I'm pretty confused with Bitcoin.
So for example, right? So that's why the fees thing's massive, because regardless of what happens, they've already made $1 million because people have to pay a fee to buy their asset. So they're getting free money because people are buying. Right. So if you want to buy $100 worth of the Hock Tour coin, it's $100 plus 15% on top. So you're probably paying $120 or whatever.
Yeah.
That $20 goes to them. Boom, done. All right. Then what happens is you need to create liquidity. For any asset in the world needs liquidity. And liquidity, all it is just money. You need money to make money move, to buy, to sell. People need to use that money to make transactions and shit, right? So then people start pumping this coin, right? Boom, boom, boom. The more people buy the coin, it obviously pushes the price up. Hence why the price is going up. People are going, yes, my $100 is now $150. Oh my God, yes, $160. Or my $10,000 is now $15,000. Then all that happens is it gets to a certain thing. And then what happens is the creators, they then sell absolutely everything and burn every single coin on the blockchain. Burn them, as in gets rid of them. Boom. And then you see instantly the big candles is going down straight to zero. If the market cap goes to zero, it means there's zero liquidity. Zero liquidity meaning there's no coins, there's no money, there's nothing. It's gone. So they've obviously gone up, boom, burned, sold, bang, market cap goes to zero. If you've had money into it, It's gone.
And they get all that.
Yeah, they run away with the money.
And how much money did they end up?
I don't know exactly.
2 million, I think, right?
I don't know. Tori, is there any info on this funny?
People were turning on her hard too. I seen she was doing
She's
an
an
interview
idiot.
and they were asking her about the guy who filmed that original video. And like, have you spoken to him? She's like, oh, we tried contacting him to remove the video and he never did. So fuck him, fuck that guy. And everyone in the comments like, this chick kind of sucks. Everyone's like, why did you stop making this stupid people famous? Like, this chick sucks. She's an asshole. Like, she's entitled. Like, yeah, I don't know. Dumb people.
I don't know, man. It's
Sorry.
go. You're right.
All it said was that her digital coin hit a 490 million market cap shortly after it launched on Wednesday, but suddenly lost more than 95% of its value within hours.
Oh, God.
I don't think it says how much. I've been looking through a couple articles. I don't think it says how much.
Doesn't it say?
They
Ooh.
And have they made the money? Is that illegal? Is she?
It's
gonna
very
go to-
illegal.
So
It's
she's
market manipulation. It's
yeah.
very
So
illegal. She can go to jail.
she or the people that made the coin?
No, her.
All of them.
All of them. But
All of them.
She will be obviously
Insider trading.
she'll be the face of it.
Oh,
She's
that's
the
what it
face.
is. So that's what insider trading is. So
Yes.
when you got the inside scoop and you're the guy pushing it up
Yeah.
and then you take it away.
That's illegal. That's highly illegal. You're not
But
allowed to do that.
Is it with crypto? Is crypto?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
thought it
pretty-
was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I thought so too, but I heard people at work talking about it, and I was thinking in my head, I'm like, it is illegal.
It is.
And I was reading like they think that like they're gonna care, like they're not gonna care if she's like, oh, but I didn't know. It's like they just care that you've stole money essentially. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna give it any leeway.
It's insane.
She's guilty here.
In saying that, right? Again, you should never invest anything you're not willing to lose, right? And anyone investing in the fucking Hawk Tour girl is an idiot, right?
Crazy.
But I also firmly believe that as a famous person / influencer who has an influence on people, right? Whether it's little kids, people who generally like you for whatever reason you were a fan of the Hawk Tour girl for whatever reason that may have been, fair enough to you, right? I feel like you as the famous person or the influencer should have a duty of care for the people who do follow you and fuck with your shit. You should have a duty of care and not do that kind of thing because people are going to put their money on it if they fuck with you enough. They're going to trust you and they're going to back you.
And now no one is.
She's,
no one
she's
will.
literally, if she's a fool, bro, because if you don't know the world of investing, it's the Wild West, man. It's a gnarly world to get into. If you don't know that world, don't dip your toes into it, bro, because it is, bro, people kill themselves and shit over this type of shit.
Yeah.
Right? Again, you shouldn't have fucking invested in the fucking Hawk Tour girl, but if you did, I think it's very slack on her end that she manipulated people to do that because people were going to do it for whatever reason. It's like, for me, if the Dr. Disrespect come out with a crypto, you best believe I'm going to buy a couple $100 worth because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I believe in him and I believe in the shit that he's done and his gaming and I'm just a fan. So I'm going to buy some Doc coin. It's the same fucking shit, bro. It's just because it's the Hawk Tour girl. It doesn't matter why you were a fan. If you were a fan, you're going to buy some Hawk coins. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's crazy. She's been famous for like 3 months or something, 4 months, and she's just she's cooked it already.
Jesus,
You fucking idiot.
idiot, man.
Oh my god. That silly little accent. What else is going on, Mr. Thunder God?
All right, so
Surely we're going to talk about it.
we got to talk about it, right?
Talk about what?
We got to talk about that guy who shot that CEO, right? Luigi
Mangione.
Mangione, okay?
Luigi's
Now-
Mansion.
Now
The
this,
girls are going crazy.
yeah, the
over
girls are
here.
sitting.
Okay, he's
the
not
girls-
that good looking.
No, he's not. Big ass eyebrows.
Big ass eyebrows and curly hair and shit.
I think it's because he's not usually. You're used to shooters being like crack addicts
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So I think because he's in shape, this
Fuck,
and that,
imagine
whatever.
if I fucking shot someone, you bitches would be wet as hell,
We'll be
baby.
making
God
simp
damn,
videos
yeah.
of friendly fire.
Oh my god.
First of all, right, like, what I find funny about social media is that we're glorifying a murderer.
They do it a lot. If it's a hot guy like that guy, the Deadpool killer who ran over a woman till she looked like spaghetti and shit, the amount of shit I see. Wade Wilson. The amount of shit I see of the girls defending this guy is unbelievable.
It's like a movie. You know in the movies how the bad guy, that he always has followers? It's like the Joker. How the Joker even has followers in the movie. Like they follow him even though he's a psychopath.
It's insane.
Yeah, it always happens, right? But this guy, his backstory, like behind why he justified doing it, is pretty crazy. So he reckons his mum has had very severe health problems and stuff, and the healthcare providers in America, like the healthcare setup is atrocious over there, bro.
The insurance
Me and
companies
Tori
and
were
shit.
doing some research about it the other night.
I was.
Man,
You were sitting next to me, but I was doing the research.
can I say that again without you interrupting? So me and Tori were doing some research the other night.
Yep.
And man, they don't have any like.
they're bad.
If you don't have, even if you are like, we have private health, right? But we get public
health.
public health,
Yeah.
but we got private health as well.
yeah.
But they don't have
Public
They don't have
Public,
public
yeah.
health.
That's all it has to be
And
private.
the
yeah.
only people that get public health is if you're over 65 years of age. Then
Yeah.
you get public like health. And then other than that, they don't have it. They just have the private stuff. And then we were looking deeper into it. Sorry, Tori was looking deeper into it. Bro, there's so many strings being pulled.
Yeah.
There's rich people investing in private health. So why would they want public like
to be
healthcare?
something.
Exactly.
Because that's going to take from their pockets, right?
Exactly,
And then what else that we discovered that we already kind of knew about America is one of the other reasons, because I asked Tori, I said, Tori, why? It seems like such a United States, right? Westernized country. Why can't they get that right? Just public, everyone should have it. Public healthcare, everyone should have it. It's because they're a nation full of like, individualized people that don't want the government giving them too much, because then they're thinking that they're controlling them too much. It's dumb motherfuckers, bro. Okay, and most of the percentage of Americans, they agree with no public healthcare.
You're kidding.
Dumb Yankees, bro. And this isn't all of them. I'm sorry for those smart people in America that are suffering and they want the public health system, but they're doing it to themselves, bro. More percentages of Americans, more percentage is siding with no public health care.
That's insane.
Because they don't want to be spoon-fed by the government. But newsflash, bro, sometimes you need government handouts to survive, and not like you should not be. You should not have less money in your account due to your sicknesses. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be like, you know what I mean? Like I came back from Bali with golden staff. Right? Within 2 days, I didn't pay a cent. I didn't reach in my pocket once. Before I even said a thank you, I was fixed. And then before I knew it, I was like, man, what the fuck? And I just thought that was a normal day in the office here in Australia. You know what I mean? Like, but over there, you're in debt. The biggest cost and debt in America is the health debt.
The leading cause of bankruptcy.
Leading cause of bankruptcy for personal, like for people in America,
Is the health.
the health.
They pay to have babies over there, man.
They
It's
pay
crazy.
the
That's
average.
insane.
The
20 grand
average
or something.
is $18,000
That's crazy.
To have a
just
baby.
to have the baby. That does not include post-birth.
Wait, how
care.
much?
18,000.
How crazy is
just
that,
to
bro?
have the
If
baby.
that was the
I did
case,
not
we'd
know that.
definitely be not having kids, bro. We're
Yeah.
already like, oh, do we not? If they said 18,000,
And like I
wow.
said, that's just to have the baby. Like, that does not include any
Fees
post.
and,
Like
Wow.
if you have to stay in hospital after you give birth for a week, 2 weeks, say you have a high risk pregnancy, whatever. I seen a girl on TikTok that paid $49,000.
Wow.
And then to top it off, these guys have guns, so everyone's shooting each
Yeah.
other, and they can't go fucking fix it.
And that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like everyone is siding with this guy because so many people understand. They don't justify what he did, because at the end of the day, this CEO was a guy, right? He was a normal bloke, rich, so not many people can actually relate to him. Probably why no one's really like
People find it hard
empathizing with
to,
him.
yeah.
Wasn't he a billionaire?
Well,
Or millionaire?
But
He was a millionaire.
the thing is, people have a disgust with health insurance companies, man.
Yeah.
And they hate what they do. These people are killing people.
Yeah.
They are killing people by denying the claim. So on the shell casings, this fella had denied,
Denied,
depose, what was it?
Defend.
defend, right? And that's what they say when they deny claims to
Yeah.
people. So they deny millions of claims. They kill millions of people in that process. You fuck up. You're paying insurance so you can be covered.
Yeah.
But
they're
then
not covering you.
they're not covering most people. They make money denying claims.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yes.
a lot of these girls and stuff, it's a bit different to the Deadpool girls, who
Yeah.
are that Wade Wilson guy, who are just fucking insane.
Yeah.
But they defend this guy and think he's hot or whatever, but it's a little bit different because they feel like he's more like
He's
a
an
vigilante.
advocate.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want this guy in jail, right? Because he's done a good thing.
People reckon
Right.
But he's
somehow.
done a horrible thing.
No,
though,
Yeah.
as
people
well.
reckon he's going to
Yeah.
walk free.
It's not, no, he won't.
He won't.
It's not right. I was saying this when it first came out. I was like, look, man, they're not good, but that was a family man. He had probably kids, a wife and shit.
Yeah.
But now that more information's come out, I realize why people feel the way they do, and I get it. But I don't think you should kill the dude.
No.
He was probably just a dude who got lucky, found himself at the top dog. He worked hard at that company, made his way up.
Yeah.
If you were offered a CEO position at fucking Subway, you would take it.
Yeah,
you don't
fucking
get what the fuck Subway's doing,
Yeah.
right? You'd take that shit. So if you find yourself in that position, you'd probably take it.
Yeah.
But this guy lost his life.
I feel like he would have fucking had better, like, he would have made more of an impact if he killed, like, the little underlings who probably have more of a say. The CEO, that's a big job,
I don't know.
man.
I think they got to say.
No, they definitely got to say.
I think,
Big job.
I think he's a
I
bad
So,
dude.
so you mean the CEO sitting there going, nah, deny them, deny them.
No, not
but
that.
That's what I'm saying.
but it's
Kill the
culture.
deniers.
Yeah,
Like,
But
culture.
he knows, right? He's the guy that goes, at the end of the day, he goes, this is the system. If they come to you with this claim, even though they're covered, deny. He's the one telling him to do this shit. But I reckon...
Is he though?
It's a culture, though.
There's probably like a manager,
it's a work culture.
supervisor.
Maybe. But
You don't know.
But then at the end of the day, you have to think if it's your company and you're the CEO, you okay the final thing. Like you said, he might not be the one going no on the phone.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when he's riding around his Ferrari and this guy's mum can barely walk and get out of bed and she's denied claims, you know, it is pretty drastic, bro. Like, I wonder how long his mum's been suffering like that and how long he's dwelled on that, because that's a pretty severe thing to do.
Just, I got some more information that on what was his name? Brian Thompson, the CEO. It's just talking about him and the company. So he's been CEO since 2021 of that United Healthcare company. They insure 49 million Americans and had $281 billion in revenue in the last 2023 fiscal year. Additionally, under Thompson's, so the CEO's leadership, United Healthcare began using AI to automate claim denials, resulting in patients being unable to access medical care.
And I feel like those claims, right, it gets rid of that personal kind of like, you know, if someone calls you, right, and you give them a bit of a sob story and they're like, maybe they're a bit more inclined to be like, I'll see what I can do for you because of your situation that you're telling me about.
Yes.
But if an AI generated thing is just going, no. You know what I mean?
I also have another thing on the AI. Between 2020 and 2022, the rate at which post-acute care claims were denied more than doubled. So that answered your question. There was also a class action suit that was filed against United Health Group in November 2023 that alleged the company knowingly employed an AI model that had a 90% error rate.
Wow. Meaning that they would deny... Meaning that they would deny most.
Well, yeah, but for like probably unfair reasons, or maybe it didn't fit a criteria. It just had a 90% error rate, so it wasn't accurate. So slay Luigi.
So in the aftermath of all this, other companies and stuff have started taking their CEOs off the website and shit, and they're taking precautions, which is kind of, if this wakes up other companies and they can see, look, people hate us, we're fucking up, we're doing fucked up shit, maybe we can change something.
And
and the reason, like you said, it would make more sense to kill the underlings. Not really, because this guy was trying to send a message. If he killed someone who works for a fucking normal wage at a company, he would have just been a psychopath that locked this guy up. He's a monster.
I think they would have felt sorry for him way less.
And
Exactly.
it wouldn't have
He had
gotten
to
the
send a
media
message.
coverage.
No,
Keep that in
no way.
mind.
I don't know if this is true, Tori, but apparently he's got a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Is
I
that
did see
fake?
I think that's a myth.
Is that fake?
I think that's
is that
bullshit.
TikTok hoax? Apparently TikTok was saying he's got a YouTube channel
YouTube says
saying that if you're watching this video, I've already been arrested. And
no, it's the first article I clicked on says YouTube themselves says that cryptic videos posted online are not linked.
Yeah,
fucking
it's all
TikTok.
Go
They're
crazy.
quick with it.
They're
eh?
quick.
I can't believe they made $280 something billion dollars in profit, and they can't.
And how much do you reckon went to the CEO?
Yeah.
100 mil, probably more. Yeah, that's insane.
And they can't accept more claims. You know
It's
what I mean?
weird that they deny insurance companies, even house insurance, car insurance. They
That's
deny
what they're
so
meant
much,
for.
but that's the whole point. And they
Yeah.
don't want to. They won't insure your house if you live around too much bushes because they will give you a fire.
Yeah.
So if they think it might actually happen to you, the thing you're paying for, they're not going to give you the insurance, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Or
bro.
if you're too sick, even in Australia they do this though. If you're too sick or you're too old, they sometimes don't cover you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're like 70 something, you're wanting health insurance, and then they look at your, your history records, or your medical bills, or this and that, they're going to be like, yeah, no, because that's probably 100% chance that we're definitely going to have to
Which
pay.
is ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
a crooked, dirty game, man.
It is,
It's
man.
fucking, yeah.
Anything insurance thing, it's insurance related. The whole thing of it's kind of grubby, because you're like, hey, pay for this. You might need it, you might not, but hey, you want to be covered.
I think we're just lucky that we've got public health to fall back on.
Yes.
And
A lot of people don't in America. No one does.
well, that's what I said. I remember the thing that we read last night, which was America is the only what's that word? Like developed. Like not developed, sorry, I'm thinking of another
Like
word.
Western country.
First world?
Yeah, like Western
Democracy.
Yeah, country that does not have a public health system. The only country in like
Yet they hound on their Fifth Amendment or whatever. They're
All
like,
they
and
care
their
about
rights
are
to
their
bear
guns.
arms.
Yeah,
But and then not just that, you don't hear it on the Joe Rogan podcast. You don't hear it on this, because all these rich white men, right, or any rich men or people over there,
That's private
they
health.
They don't
Yeah.
have to deal with the public
Exactly.
health, so they're not going to even put it on their podcast. I'm surprised Joe Rogan hasn't been speaking about it more.
Well, they do talk about it, but the thing is, it's part of their life. They've never had public health
Yeah.
system, so they don't know any better, and so they're used to it. And they look at places like someone who's a bit logical, like Joe Rogan, might look at, and he has said it before, places like Canada and Australia, and go, "That's a good system. We should have that." But other than that, they're not going to talk about it anymore because they're used to what they have, and it's
I
like,
did
and they
you
don't
know
have
what
to
I
deal
mean?
with it because they're rich.
I did read that in the article that I was reading yesterday. Is apart from them being very individualized people, they just don't know any different. They
Yeah.
just think this is what it is. We don't know anything else. Like all we know is like Medicare and like public health insurance or public health. Sorry, they don't know that.
And then they look at countries like Australia and Canada and they see the censorship laws and all that shit. And they're like, the government's fucking, you can't do anything over there. It's a fucking communist state. And
I mean, it's day, man. We're fucking here talking whatever the hell we want, baby, and we're getting away
man.
with it.
Let's go.
So if we were in America, you going to the hospital to chuck a shit would have cost us.
Oh my
that would have been
God.
I would have wanted to frame that shit, right? Like like literally frame it. Like, maybe get a rolling pin, like a dough roller, and just like,
Let me-
and then
Dry
put it
ice.
in a frame.
How
Dry
much would that
ice.
have
Let
cost
me-
you?
preserve it.
A trip to the emergency room within the United States varies by state, but it would be anywhere from $1,082 to $2,600
that's a joke.
for a shit.
It would have.
That's crazy.
I would have got more. I would have gone to drug me with morphine or something.
Yeah,
just
Tori
to
would have
make
been
it worth
angry at
it.
you after that.
Oh,
Fucking-
God.
But can you imagine like emergency? You're in the emergency because you have an emergency, and just a visit there, not a stay, just the visit alone
$1,000
would be $1,000.
That's a joke. It's so sad.
That
It's
is
so
sad.
sad. That's
Hopefully
what,
it changes soon, man.
that's what leads to their homelessness. That's why their homelessness rate
Yeah, 'cause-
is the highest on Skid Row, because there are so many people that go into debt over medical bills and medical expenses, and they literally end up on the street. The amount of like amputees and stuff that you see on the streets,
Veterans.
So
Yeah.
sad, bro.
yeah, it's really sad and fuck America.
Get your shit together, America. Stop worrying about guns.
Hopefully
and
it changes, man. I got one more thing I want to bring up.
Yeah, let's power through.
The fucking UFO, the drones,
what the
man. The
drones?
drones, bro. I can't believe this shit's on the news, and even you guys' reaction. No one fucking cares, bro. The CIA, the government is saying there's fucking car-sized drones flying over New Jersey and New York,
Car-sized drones.
and they don't know where they're from. They don't know what they are, and they've talking about it. They've had meetings about it. They don't know. There's drones coming out of the ocean, car-sized drones, and no one cares.
is it a
And
drone if it's the size of a car?
They're calling them drones for some reason. I think to avoid panic.
Okay.
But like also,
they
but the
know.
people thinking that it's aliens too. I think you look at them. Would aliens be using like lights? Like, would they be using
No.
fucking blinking LEDs and shit? You know what I'm saying? So
dude.
the people saying it's aliens, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, they're saying they don't know where these are from. They don't know who's controlling them. They're flying over Trump's golf course. They're flying over naval bases and shit. They're saying they're coming from the ocean. There was a rumor that they were coming from an Iran mothership. Iran had a mothership hovering somewhere, and they launched these things in Iran. But apparently, that's not true. So they still don't know. They're saying there's no immediate threat to the public. It's not a foreign adversary. They don't know what these fucking UAP things are. Bro.
I'm very surprised.
Project Bluebeam, I reckon.
I'm very surprised they've taken to the media like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they've had so many speakers just blatantly say, we don't know what it is, right?
I reckon they know what it is. 100%.
They have to know.
They know
I think
it
it's
is,
Project
bro.
Bluebeam, man. They've been warming us up for this. How long I think, right, this
Project
is
Bluebeam?
the crazy. Remember, I've been speaking about where they faked the alien invasion.
Yeah,
right?
to get us desensitized to it.
And
Yeah.
they've had these UFO hearings for the past couple of years now, getting people warmed up to the idea of aliens, right? And I think maybe, this is off the wall, right? But what if Trump's election, right? This is the Cat Williams thing we're talking about. Good winning. Things are changing. People are getting into this new era. And the elite, the deep state that's still there right now, it's like when Biden approved the long-range missiles for Ukraine to use in Russia. It's like they're trying to fuck up and give Trump as many problems. They're trying to leave a mark, right? What if they're initiating like this Project Bluebeam shit because things are changing? It's their last weapon. They're like, look, man, shit's changing. We got to do something.
Let's scare the people.
Hit the button, bro. Project Bluebeam. We've had this idea, this false flag event, this plan. Let's do it now while we still can. Things are changing.
Before Trump takes
so
over.
now they're starting to show the aliens that are going to come and make a new world order, and they're going to fuck it. I feel like I'm very optimistic about 2025 and Trump's presidency and shit, but I also have this feeling that Trump's presidency is going to be real fucked up, and a lot of real fucked up shit in the world's going to happen that he's going to have to deal with, and the world's going to have to deal with real fucked up, crazy shit, because that deep state and these financial bankers, the Rothschilds, all that shit, they're still there. Just because Trump's elected and say he is good, I don't know Trump, right, obviously, but assuming he's on the good side, right? These people are still there. The people, the CEOs, the bankers of these massive companies that have been controlling the world for so long are still there. They're going to do something, and even if it's not with the government directly, they're going to try putting their pieces into play, you know what I mean? Yeah. So either 2025 is going to be fucking great, and all this Cat Williams shit, every good people are going to be on top, and the bad's going to be brought to justice, or they're going to try to fuck up as many things as possible, and the world's going to be all fucked because they got all these big elite plans and crazy shit that's going to happen.
I'm optimistic, man. I reckon there's going to be more. There's going to be more scumbags like Jay-Z and CEOs are going to be getting popped. People are going to start realizing what I've been saying for the past 2 years on this podcast, that we, the people, hold the fucking power. Yeah. We just need to come together and get over ourselves. Yeah. And I think we're slowly starting to realize that.
That's how I feel.
We're slowly starting to go, oh, you know what? Fuck these cunts, bro. Fuck these cunts. What would happen if this fucking Luigi fucking Scallione, whatever the fuck his name is,
Scallione,
right?
Luigi Scallione.
This
What's his actual last name?
Mangione, which apparently means mansion in Italian. So his name's Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, so this guy comes to, right? So imagine, right? Imagine if it wasn't just him, but there was 1,000 of us that all just went, fuck these cunts. We all got our rifles and we stormed that building, bro. We go, bro, fuck it. And think of the fucking stand and the message you send. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us are going to die because the cops are going to come in, guns blazing, pop, 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 whatever. But imagine that.
That's enough for me not to show up.
And then,
I'll be like, yeah,
Joey, where's Joey? He's
I'll
like,
be here at 8. And then it's like, has anyone seen Joey? And I'm like, I'm sick.
I'm sick.
Hey, you boys go ahead. Let me know how it goes.
But think of it though. And then you just slowly go, hold on a second. And then boom, 10,000 of us come
I know
together.
what you're saying.
50,000 of us come. And then the elites, the bankers, they've got no choice but to fucking listen and go, okay, fuck, these cunts are getting crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel that way too. And I think the people and spiritually the earth is moving in the right direction. But these people are going to want to hold on to power and do that shit to try hold on. And fucked up shit's going to happen as a result.
And they have way more access to implement stuff like, Project Bluebeam and that when they want to, rather than us, little old us, which is just like, enact violence, which is, not always, it's not like it's not really the best way to go. But when you're in positions of power, you can actually implement actions that do make way more progress. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, sometimes violence is just senseless violence and it gets us nowhere. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, if you stormed a building and you shut up this and that, sometimes it just doesn't do anything but put you backwards, you know? But these guys are like, behind the scenes, like, it just seems so staged, them saying, oh, these drones, this and that. I'm like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying these drones aren't real or they're not actually happening, but
there's more to
the
it.
origin, I'm like, man, like,
Yeah.
I think on the cosmic scale, everything is good. Good always wins, but it doesn't mean these people aren't going to try. You know, I think we're moving in the right direction. Things are going to be good.
Well, look.
But yeah, it's interesting.
My last little point before we wrap up, right? Did you actually know? I did a little bit of research. You know the Rothschilds. Do you know why they're so fucking rich?
The bankers.
Bro, these fuckers have been bankers since like the 1800s.
Yeah, they're vampires.
Yeah, like a long line of bankers.
So
right?
no, so
family.
literally, so the story goes, whatever there was a guy called whatever Rothschild, right? This is, bro, right? These fuckers, right? He had 5 sons.
Are they Jewish?
I got no idea, probably.
I think so.
Originate in Germany, Frankfurt. Might be Jewish.
There you go, right? He had 5 sons, this fucker, whoever Rothschild, right? These 5 sons, he then sent them all to different countries to open bank branches, and everyone they were essentially in the 1800s like the only bank. So everyone had to go to there. Bro, these motherfuckers were the ones funding Napoleon's French Revolution.
Oh, shit.
They were giving those fuckers money for the weapons and shit. So it's just it's the head of the snake has been growing, and it's just formed into this monstrosity that you just can't defeat.
Yeah.
Literally from that long ago, bro. Is it the 1800s?
16.
There was
Imagine what the banks look like back then. It was like a house.
It would have just been the guy's backyard. Oh, you need a loan, Napoleon, for some money. Here you go. You got to pay that back though with 50% interest though.
There was a
Like,
thing
fuck.
where on ChatGPT there was one of the Rothschilds. I can't remember his name, but it's recent news. If you typed in on ChatGPT,
They got rid of it,
would not say his name.
Yeah.
ChatGPT would have instantly shut down and would refuse to talk anything about this Rothschild
Should
guy.
we try it?
Yeah,
Try it,
I
try
did
it.
try it, and I tried it on Bing, and Bing had no problem fucking saying it.
Oh, why don't you have the app? Iggy? Do you use
there's
ChatGPT?
an app. No, not often. I didn't know there was an app.
But which Rothschild was it? It was a certain one, a young guy. Apparently, he's a philanthropist, but a lot of people saying he paid ChatGPT or whatever. He doesn't want any information about him
He
getting
would've.
out
He
at
would've.
all.
It says
So-
David Mayer.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one.
it.
That's the one.
David
That's the
Mayer,
one.
yeah.
I think he's a Rothschild though.
What should I say? Just type his name?
Say
or?
who? Yeah, say who is David Mayer or whatever.
I think they fixed it though.
Oh, rats. Let me type.
Oh shoot!
Oh, darn it.
That is crazy, man. Like they're just
It's generational wealth from they were just
from the ground
They're
up.
going to always be born into it.
Came up with like 6 different.
I wonder how much that spoils the kids coming up. Like how much of them are cunts? You know what I mean?
I reckon they'd all be.
Like as in like it'd be very hard to stay humble and like down to earth if
Oh,
you
no,
just grow up with money.
They fixed
That
it.
they fixed it.
Yeah, you can see it all comes up now.
Weird though.
So it was probably just again
Glee-
just a hoax on
but-
fucking TikTok.
But it
Just
was
making
true
shit up.
though. It was true for a time. It wouldn't work. But
Interesting. Yeah, there's wise man once told me if you earn your wealth, you're usually all right. Not in the case of Conor McGregor, but if you're born into wealth, it's usually when you're the pieces of shit. Like you're a piece of shit because you don't know any better. You're just like. But if you
I love
work
how you
hard,
said. I love how you said a wise man's once said it. And it's like it's almost like you quoted him, but I'm pretty sure that was paraphrased, right?
I'm the wise man. It's my quote, my own quote, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
That's funny, as is the way you said it, right?
Yeah, no.
Usually they go, a wise man once said, doth now or whatever, like
No,
you say
no.
that, but you were just like, a wise man once
Man, it's
said.
my quote,
It was
motherfucker.
so
Man.
vague.
You gotta work for it, bro.
So vague.
Except for Conor McGregor, who fucking he was a piece of shit the whole time. Well, look, man, that's it for me. There's a lot of news, man. That shit's been crazy. Nothing else to really touch on. They were the 3 big ones, Hawk Tour, Jay-Z,
But there's
Luigi
more. We could
Mascolini.
talk for
Yeah,
weeks.
Oh, there's
man.
more. There's
we
more.
could.
But we will save them. We've got
We'll save 'em.
We've got one more episode, and like I said, I am on a time frame tonight. Tori, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to finish to make us all feel really shit. Speaking on the Rothschild net worth, they are worth $1.2 trillion. So let's all
Nice.
just like go about our day after this.
Got work tomorrow.
Dylan, you go enjoy your Hungry Jacks or whatever. You can get the cheapest meal.
Yeah, $40 for a fucking burger.
Yeah,
and chips
we'll go
and-
home and eat our food that's cooked. that
Food
Joey
at home.
hates.
Wait. What's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, I'll tell you in the car.
Let us leave a comment. Should Joey be allowed to get takeout, or is there food at home?
There's food at
I
home.
can't wait till we go live and we can ask the chat that. Can Joey eat out tonight? Yeah, well, fucking donate, you pricks, because then
Yeah.
we can build some generational wealth.
And I'll show you my feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not
That's
going to
it.
happen because you're all broke too.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys as always. We'll catch you next week for our final episode. Let's go. Cheers.